I love birds. I just interrupted them. Oh, cute. Good morning. Oh, I was woken up at 5 o'clock this morning for my baby, so I was like, alright, we're gonna go out to the garden. So, this is my morning phase. I decided I might as well just do a garden tour. We're 2 days away from June. I'm not gonna be planting anything in June, but actually, I don't know. I might start planting in June for fall, but I'm not sure if I might just plant. Either way, time will get away from me and I won't plant until July. Maybe even August, because that's just how time works for me right now. But that's okay. I did want to go ahead and show you this garden bed really quickly, because this is the last one that I did, the last one I created, and I just did like an in-ground garden bed. I almost lost it. We went out of town in April for like 5 days, and I came back. No. My sister actually watered a little bit. What did I do? I don't know. I was gone for a couple of days. Oh, camping. We just went camping. I don't know. I don't know. Either way, there were 2 months that the garden kind of went through a couple of days without gardening, and I was like, oh my god, I think I'm going to lose it. But I watered it really, really good this last week, and it pretty much bounced back. I literally thought I was going to lose my corn. If I say literally one more time, I'm sorry. This corn! It was like, okay, this one's gone for sure though, but it was probably a little bit better looking than that one. But it bounced back. It did. This corn here was from my first planting, and it was the only one that came up. The other ones did not come up. Okay. Got some little corns over there though. I got 2 striped zucchinis. I'm actually really glad that all my zucchinis didn't come up. I will do a fall planting, but I like to let my zucchinis get probably about this size. This is perfect. There was one that I just harvested 2 days ago from that. Oh, there's another one. Perfect. This is actually really good too, that size. But I'll probably let it go another day. Alright. I got little pumpkins in here. I have corn planted sporadically. These corns look great. But I was doing really good with, because this is how I water right now. I just lay the hose in. I was doing really good about watering this side because I was only bringing the hose over here. So I was doing this and then just hand standing here. So I think this side just really needed some good watering. And then we have this garden bed over here. Hey Sussex, what you doing, pretty girl? I lost my tomatoes, or I almost lost my tomatoes. I don't know. This is the bed that I really do need to clean up either way. So I figured I'm gonna lose them. But I planted in my sweet potatoes. I had 2 sweet potatoes in the house growing vines, and I actually planted vines elsewhere. I'll show you that here in a little bit. But yeah. So this was my dill. This is my cilantro that actually went to coriander. My parsley finally bolted. Finally. I wonder if you could still... I'm gonna have to try this, but I'm sure it's bitter. But I planted some squash in here, and like the same time as those over there, and they just did not take off. There was obviously not enough sun. I keep moving it around. This isn't gonna happen either way. I don't know if this is a San Marzano either, but they're wonky looking. But whatever, I'm here for it. It's all good. I love tomatoes. Alright, I think that's it. Oh, there is something over here too. There's another squash in there. So yeah, I'm gonna have to... This was a Brandywine tomato. I got a little bit, but once I started losing them, they started coloring, and they were just little baby ones. Like this. And then there's another room in there, but there looks like there might be a squash in there, so maybe if I can keep that one alive. Oh. Alright, this bed, the one I'm really excited about. I planted potato in ground. Ooh, look at our new flowers! I usually do potatoes in grow bags, and I just have like the worst luck recently, and all the time actually. Actually grew potatoes for almost a year in grow bags, and I finally got like 2 little potatoes. We ate them; they were great, but not what I wanted. But I actually bought seed potatoes this time and planted them. So we're doing this, and then I planted asparagus in this bed, and I broke it. It was supposed to be 3 roots, but I kind of broke up the 3rd one, so I have 4 roots growing right now. But this is so cool. I was not expecting it to grow like immediately or anything. I just thought it was just going to chill out in the ground for a little bit, but it didn't. This bed must need some help though. I'm gonna have to. I planted these cucumbers forever ago, and they didn't do anything. They didn't grow. They grew so slow. And actually, something was coming in and eating just the leaves of my cucumbers, like just leaving the whole stem behind. I was like, what is that? But yeah, so this was another thing. I did have cabbages here, but this is another squash that just didn't do anything. And then we have a tomato. I think it's a sun gold. And then I have some romaine lettuce that bolted. But I'm like, where are these seeds at? Because it kind of like flowered like a dandelion, and then it turned into a flower. I don't know. Is that right? I thought once it turned into the dandelion, like these are the seeds. Maybe they are. Maybe it's doing different stages. I don't know. Okay. I think that's it for these beds. Oh, I have another zucchini right there. Oh, I have a little volunteer tomato. Eeh. Oh, 2 volunteer tomatoes. Look at that. Cool. This is my in-ground garden bed where the chickens have found their way in. I usually let them in at the end of the growing season. Big guy, you know, he forgot I was out here. Oh, my baby Owen's out here with me. I usually let them out in the garden, that garden bed, so they can just hang out and dust bathe and eat whatever grass or whatever's in there. But like at the end of the season, still a little early, but that's okay. I still have some tomatoes in there though, but they did get one of my tomatoes. If you saw my community post the other day, it was funny. I took a photo and I sent it to my sister, and I said, hopefully the chickens don't get it. Not even the next morning, the chickens ate that tomato. They didn't eat it. They like took a couple of bites of it and walked away. It's just messed up. So messed up. But I got the chickens some treats with my kid's little water toy here. Owen really likes watching them eat. Or just be chickens. Chickens are fun to watch, even for babies. Alright. Some in-ground garden here. Oh, they did it again. Darn it. They did it again. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start watching them, or they're gonna take all my tomatoes. This is the tomato that's last. I had 2 over here. This one just died. This was when things died. I lost my cherry finally to the heat, which was great. It was beautiful. It gave me so many cherry tomatoes. It was awesome. I have some calendula. I have a sunflower growing. I have my serrano peppers over there that I actually just harvested from. This is my flower bed a little bit. Big guy. That's all going. Harvested some lemongrass for drying, and I put some in the chicken nesting boxes also. I'm trying to see what's in here. This is my volunteer yellow tomato. It's delicious. I love it. Alright, big guy, I'm coming. Alright, I got Owen now. Alright. Jalapeno peppers that I've harvested from like twice already, and they're still going. Sorry, I got Owen some trying over here. There were 2 tomato plants over here, but I really think it's just one now. But it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. I've never had tomatoes this late. I probably would lose them in April. Well, 1 month later, yeah. Maybe end of March. March was very hot though, so it was really weird. But everything survived here. Doing really good. This right here is a garlic. Right there. I planted garlic like a year and a half ago and I just let it go, but I forgot. Ow, Owen. I forgot about it. And then I actually thought it was a tulip when spring came. And I was like, where's my tulip flower gonna show? And I was like, oh, it's garlic. But I tried to check it out. I like dug deep and I didn't see, I couldn't fill a bulb or anything, so I'm just gonna leave it there for a little bit. This was a patty squash. It's not doing too good, but the squirrel ate my one patty squash that was in there, so it was pretty sad. And then my one corn. Some more dill. Here's my second jalapeno plant. Just doing all the jalapenos. It's so awesome. And this is where I planted those sweet potato vines. It's so cool. I had no idea. Well, I knew that you could grow sweet potatoes, but I originally put them in and they kind of like slowed down and like, I almost thought, I was like, they're not gonna make it, they're gonna die. They didn't. They did great. Look at, they're starting, this middle one right here is sprouting. It's awesome. I might even just cut some, no, I'll be alright. If I grow sweet potatoes, I grow sweet potatoes. If I don't, then I don't. Here's my Tabasco pepper. I didn't get a lot of return on this after I butchered it this last early or late winter. I thought I harvested all the peppers, which is really hard actually, so I ended up cutting the whole thing, butchering it. It did grow back pretty good, but not super big. But I did make Tabasco sauce. Got 3 bottles out of this entire bush, so that was amazing. So maybe I don't know, the other peppers on here are like drying, so I don't know if I'll have a good enough harvest or an abundant harvest to make another batch of that. But I did have red jalapenos and I'm making sriracha right now, which is so cool. So cool. The chickens are back in the garden. Alright, 1, 2, I got a couple of trees and bushes. This is the beef, oh my gosh, the leaf cutter bee is just having so much fun with. I'm not mad about it, it's cute, but there's just a little damage, but nothing too crazy. I actually got fruit on this tree I don't want to say last year, maybe. I have some fruit over here. I don't know what that is. I think it's growing from the root, but I didn't get any fruit this time. That I did get, I was like, ugh. And then I did let it dry, and it was hard as a rock. Like it didn't get like datey like it's supposed to be. No, what is this? It's called a Chinese date tree, really. But the fruit itself did not. I let it dry on the tree, and it did not. It was as hard as rocks. I don't know if I was supposed to. I don't know. I would look more into that. But I really wanted to do that. I really wanted to have like dates. So it didn't work out. I'm gonna give it maybe one more season. Well, might be this season. I don't know. Maybe not. I'll probably keep it. But it's not something that's giving me food. So I'm like, I think I'm just gonna hand you over to somebody else. If I don't figure it out. Big tree here, just a little fig. Sorry Owen, I'm losing my balance. I'm going to uproot this pot soon and put it in a bigger pot, but we had some figs growing. Maybe we'll be able to harvest some here. I have a grape here. Melanie planted this pumpkin, and it's way better than any of my pumpkins because it was planted later on after March. I planted all my pumpkins in March, and March was hot, so it was a tough beginning. So I was just surprised I even got like 3 pumpkins, but I did. I conquered. Don't judge me. I have to do something. Obviously, trellis them. But it's been busy. It's been a busy life. So I will get to it, hopefully, in the next couple of weekends. And then my very last thing that has not given me fruit. This is my 3rd year. Get out of my garden bed. Shoo, shoo. Shoo, shoo, shoo. And then, some more potatoes. Like the last of my seed potatoes, and I was like, alright, well, I guess I'll plant these. But yeah, it's my garden bed. I do have some beans out front, which I'm kind of disappointed in. I planted bush beans, and that was not the case. So now I have vine beans in the front. I'm not a fan of vine beans. They take forever to grow beans. They have to vine out first, and then by that time, obviously, it's way too hot now. Actually, yesterday was a beautiful 84 degrees, nice breeze. So it's a beautiful morning right now. It's like 76. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. And then after that, we're 90s, 100s. So we're watering the garden really good today, because our weekends are usually really busy. But other than that, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this garden tour. Happy to see you. Happy to see me. I know I said I was going to do a part 2 garden clean out, but I think I'm kind of going to let things die out a little bit more before I start ripping everything out and amending and getting the beds ready for fall. But maybe the next thing we do is planting or seed starting. Yeah. Cool. Anyways, thanks for being here for the entirety of this video, and we'll chat soon. Bye.